My grandpa on my mom's side, my mom's dad, is Robert Lewis. He passed away when I was 11 years old. Prior to that, though, we spent many Thanksgivings out in Tennessee seeing their family. I remember helping him rake the lawn and helping my grandma Kay make the food. That's the first time I ever had pistachio pudding, which is my favorite Thanksgiving food. My grandpa left my Grammy when the children are younger, which we will hear more about, and remarried to Kay. They have 2 kids together, Brett and Melissa, who we will also meet. Unfortunately, when my grandpa passed away, my mom became estranged from my grandma Kay's family. I still try my best to keep in touch, but it's hard when I'm busy with school and when my mom's not there to make the real effort. So hopefully you can find out a little bit more about them through this video.
And what was your dad's occupation?
My dad was a principal, and then when he left, he became a principal in Arkansas and didn't like it, so he started running a chain of restaurants, which was back then Sonic, but then he went into business with another guy and did laundry.
And Grandpa Lewis, my grandpa, your dad, left the family when you guys were how old?
I was 9 turning 10. My older brother was 12, and my youngest brother was 6.
And when did he remarry Grandma Kay?
He got married in between there, and then married Kay about 4 years later.
And were you guys close when he remarried, I guess?
When he remarried Kay, yes, I was real close. I would come and help them with the children and stay over the summer. I actually went to school, undergraduate at Eastern Kentucky University, where my dad lived around there. So I would get to see them a lot and was real close to the family.
And Grandpa Kay and Grandma Lewis have 2 kids, Melissa and Brett. So what was it like having half siblings?
It was fun because, like I said, I was kind of their older sibling, and they would stay, after I got a job, they would stay with me, and I would take them to Six Flags and different places. When I moved to Virginia, then we would go to Busch Gardens. So they would stay with me often and got to do some fun things with me.
This is my grandpa and my grandma Kay. This is my Aunt Melissa and her husband Donnie and their 3 children, Jackson, Colin, and Violet, in order of age and picture. Actually, I was very lucky to be able to meet up with them when I was recently on a trip in North Carolina, which is where they are currently residing. This is my Uncle Brett and his wife Amanda and their new baby Mackenzie.
So much.
And did you ever meet Grandpa's parents?
Yes. We
parents?
would go over there often too, and they both were educators, principals, and teachers.
Okay. And what were they like as people?
My grandmother came over from Germany as a child during the war, and she was very strict. We had to have all our milk drunk out of the cereal, which I couldn't stand, because she said people were starving in China. She would make these huge meals and then I guess eat the rest of them the rest of the week. But we'd have like 2 types of jellos, 4 vegetables, 2 different meats. It was crazy. And they had a big garden. Well, everybody in Kentucky, both grandparents had a garden, and my mom's parents had a chicken farm too.
And were Grandpa's parents from Kentucky too? Your dad's parents?
Yes, they lived in Lexington, a bigger town in Kentucky, and they lived in Berea. My mom's parents lived in Berea.
I never met my grandpa's parents. This was actually, I think, the first time we had talked about them. Maybe ever. If not ever, then at least recently. So I found out some new information. Like, I didn't know they were teachers also. I knew everybody else. So yeah, that's that. I don't have a lot of input on them because I was never able to meet them. But I'm glad to be finding out more.